a direct causal path between campus identitarianism and a new wave of campus anti-Semitism. Freedom of speech in the Ivy League extends exclusively to the voices of the oppressed. They are also permitted to disrupt classes, deplatform, or shut down controversial speakers, hurl obscenities, force members of the oppressed groups, i.e. Jewish students and teachers in the latest case, into locked libraries and offices during protests and blocked from classroom. Jewish students have been assaulted at Harvard, Columbia, UMass, Amherst, at Tulane. Assaults by woke students used to be rare, right? But since October 7th, they are intensifying. If a member of an oppressor class says something edgy, it's a form of violence. If a member of an oppressed class commits actual violence, it's speech. That's why many Harvard students instantly supported a fundamentalist terror cult that killed, tortured, systematically raped, and kidnapped Jews for being Jews in their own country. Because they have been taught it's the only moral position to take. They have been taught it's the only moral position to take. They've diligently read their fanon and must be puzzled over what the problem is. Palestinians are victims of a colonial white settler state, and any violence that they commit is thereby justified. In other words, the only way to end anti-Semitism on campus is to end the identitarianism. Don't be satisfied by a university president who promises a new center or commission on anti-Semitism. It won't have much effect on campus culture as long as the critical mass of students are still taught to see everything through oppressor-victim glasses, in which punching up is virtuous even when the punching is not even metaphorical. And if these new centers try to incorporate Jews as a new victim class, as some of them will, it will just make things worse, and it will harm Jewish students ultimately. Young people who embrace identitarianism become disempowered, depressed, and difficult to work with. So American higher education is now in this sort of code red situation. And if they are to regain public trust, university leaders will need to understand this narrative, this victim, victimizer, victim, oppressor mindset, and how their own institutions are encouraging it. Then they will need to take bold action and make deep changes. Again, you can't just plant a new center for a study of anti-Semitism in a soil that is ideal for the growth of anti-Semitism. You have to change the soil, change the culture, and the policies of the institution.